Hi, this is Jason Thompson from the Smooth Jazz Sax School, and today I want to show you guys how to play Best Part by Daniel Caesar. Alright, so before we begin, go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can be notified when I put out more videos like this one. Alright, so a few months ago, I had a request for someone requested that I do a tutorial on Best Part by Daniel Caesar. So this is me doing the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get started. Now this song is in the key of concert D, which is the key of B for alto sax and the key of E for tenor sax. Okay, so E flat instruments, which is alto sax, the key of B, and B flat instruments, which are tenor and soprano sax, in the key of E. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play the first part of this song, and then I'm going to teach you that first part. Okay, so the first part, you have B, C sharp, D sharp, B, B, C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B, G sharp. Okay, so it sounds like da 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 da, da 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 da. Okay. Again, that's B, C sharp, and I actually do a grace note, a D grace note into D sharp. So as you can see, if you want to follow along, I have the sheet music on the bottom of this video. You can also download, click the link below to download it if you want to follow along. Okay, so again, you have B, C sharp, D sharp, and I do a grace note into that D sharp, then B, okay? The next part is B, C sharp, grace note into D sharp, C sharp, B, G sharp. Okay, so those two measures you have. Okay, the next two measures, and I'm going to teach you two measures at a time. The next two measures we have G sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, B, G sharp, B, D, C sharp, C sharp. Okay. Again. Again, those notes are G sharp, B, C sharp, grace note into D sharp, B, G sharp, B, D, C sharp, C sharp. Okay? The next part sounds like this. Okay? Again. And those notes are B, C sharp, D sharp, B, and then low D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, B, D sharp, C sharp, B, G sharp. Okay, again, B, C sharp, D sharp, B, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, B. D sharp, C sharp, B, G sharp. Okay, and make sure, as you can see, make sure you're doing those grace notes also, because that's what makes the song. That's what makes it smooth and gives it that musical sound. Okay, and it doesn't sound stiff. So as you hear, if you look back in my other videos, right, I talk about grace notes, right, and how important grace notes are. So make sure you're doing the grace notes. That's what makes it musical. It makes it sound like you're singing. Okay? So, again, this is how that part sounds. Yeah, let's move on to the next part. The next part you have. Again. And those notes are B, C sharp, grace note into D sharp, B, S sharp, E. Okay? And I have that E grace note going into the F sharps. So again, the notes are B, C sharp, grace note into D sharp, B, grace note into F sharp, grace note into F sharp, and E. Okay, so let's go from the beginning up to that point, and that's the whole entire verse section. This is what you sound like. All right, so now we're gonna go into this little interlude section. Okay, this is section B if you're looking in the sheet music. Okay, that section sounds like this. Okay, I'll play it one more time. Okay, so those first two measures of that section, you have F sharp, G sharp, B, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B, D sharp, C. And then you have F sharp, G sharp, B, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B, D sharp, C. Okay, those two measures. Okay, one more time. Okay, the next two measures. You have F sharp, G sharp, B, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, D sharp, so a grace note into D sharp, B, F sharp, E, F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, G sharp, F sharp, D sharp. Okay, that sounds like this. Okay, one more time. Okay, and that leads us into the chorus section. All right, so that chorus section sounds like this. Okay, so that first two measures of the chorus, we're going to start at a B. Okay, so you have B, G sharp, F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, B, G sharp, F sharp, D sharp, C. Okay? Okay, I'm not saying every grace note, but you can see the grace notes are those little small notes. If you're confused about how a grace note looks, those little small notes that you see right before the actual note, those are grace notes, and that's a quick note, right? A quick note that you play before the main note. So every time you see those grace notes, go ahead and play those. I'm not calling out every grace note, but go ahead and play those grace notes. Like I said, that makes the song. All right, so again, you have B, G sharp, F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, B, G sharp, F sharp, D sharp, C sharp. Okay, the next two measures, B, G sharp, F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, F sharp, D sharp. Okay. Okay, one more time. Next part, B, G sharp, F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, B, G sharp, F sharp, D sharp, C. So just like the first two measures, right? Okay, and then the next two measures, it's the same as the previous measure 3 and 4 of this section. Okay, so those notes are B, G sharp, F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, F sharp, D sharp. Okay, and then you have, then the next part you have okay, so those notes are D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, F sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B, D sharp, D sharp. Okay. And then the last two measures of this section is so D sharp, E, F sharp, E. Okay, so I'm gonna play that entire section one more time. that's the entire chorus section. Okay, the next part, after you play that chorus section, you have to go back to the beginning, to the verse again. Okay, so they do a second verse. So just repeat back up to that verse. All right, so this last part is the vamp section. Okay, so that vamp section, or the end, whatever section you want to call it, but it's the last section in the song. So it's basically the same the same four measures repeated. You're gonna play that 3 times. Okay, so the notes for the first 2 measures are S sharp, G sharp, B, G sharp, S sharp, G sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B, F sharp, G sharp, B, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp. Okay, sounds like this. Okay, one more time. Okay, the next 2 measures you have F sharp, G sharp, B, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, F sharp, E, D sharp, C sharp. Okay, one more time. Okay, so now the next 4 measures are the same exact thing. Okay, only thing you add in a D sharp instead of that half rest. Okay, you add in a D sharp. So I'll go through it so you can hear it. So you have S sharp, G sharp, B, G sharp, S sharp, G sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B, F sharp, G sharp, B, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, and right here is where you add in that high D sharp. Okay, D sharp or E flat, same thing as E flat. So, okay, so that section is going to sound like this. Okay, one more time. Okay, then the next section. Okay, and that's the entire song. Not difficult. Before you probably try to learn it, I would get familiar with the scale. Okay, so the B scale and for alto sax and the E major scale for tenor sax. So B major scale for alto, E major scale for tenor sax. And you could go back in my videos and click major scales if you want to learn those scales. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. Before you click off this video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to hear me actually playing the song in its entirety, click the link below. Also, you can download the PDF by clicking the link below. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.